Hello my students, how are you? Today we have lesson number 1 in our student book, page 109. Please open your student book and look at exercise number 3. We have look, listen and say. Let's listen together. Please listen and point.
Unit 9, Lesson 1, page 109. Exercise 3. Look, listen, and say.
Where does she come from? She comes from Canada. Where does she come from? She comes from Egypt.
Where do they come from? They come from Kenya.
Okay, here, number 1. Where does she come from? We use does here because we have a singular pronoun, right? Where does she come from? من أين أتت? She comes from Canada because here we have the flag of Canada. Okay? Number 2. Where does she come from? Again, we use does here because we have a singular pronoun. She comes from Egypt. Egypt means Masr. Okay? The third question we have, where do they come from? Here we have do because the pronoun here is a plural. We have a plural pronoun. When we have a plural pronoun, we use do in a question, right? Where do they come from? Look at the picture. They come from Kenya, and this is the flag of Kenya. Okay? Now let's move to the next exercise. I'm sorry. Here we have number 4, practice. Look at the boy. This is the flag of Japan. Okay, this is the flag of Japan. Where does he come from? He comes from Japan, right? He is Japanese. nationality لهذا الولد هو Japanese. Right? Okay. Look at the boy and the girl here, and we have the flag of Italy. Here we have Italy. Where do they come from? They come from Italy. Then they are Italian. Right? And here we have 2 boys, and this is the flag of Malaysia. Where do they come from? They come from Malaysia. So, they are Malaysian. Okay, here we have a boy, and this is the flag of Egypt. Then, where does he come from? He comes from Egypt. Right? And the last one, here we have the flag of Turkey, Turkiya. We have 2 girls. Then where do they come from? They come from Turkey, so they are Turkish. Okay, now let's move to the workbook to do some exercises. Okay, please open your workbook, page 58. Here we have lesson number 1. Okay, complete the questions and answer. Use the words in the box. We will use the words in this box and we will put them in these blanks. Here, number 1. أول شيء قبل رح نطلع الصور, we have 4 children, right? We have Simran, Sayed, Carlo and Sofia. Number 1. Where does Sayed come from? He comes from Egypt. إذن where أين من أين جاء سيد؟ طلع الصورة سيد. Okay? He comes. استخدمنا comes. We add s here because we have he, a singular pronoun, right? He comes from Egypt. إذن هو جاء من مصر. Number 2. Where do Carlo and Sofia come from? Look at Carlo and Sofia. Where do Carlo and Sofia come from? We use do here because we have Carlo and Sofia. It's they are a plural إنهم جمع. We use they because they are 2. They come from Italy. إذن هم جايين من إيطاليا. Number 3. Where does Simran come from? Look at Simran. Look at her costume. طلع على الزي تاعها. فهي جاي من India. India means الهند يا مس. India means الهند. يعني هي جاءت من الهند. She comes from India. Number 4. Where do you come from? هلا بما انه هون عنا you اذا انا عم بسألك انت. Okay? بيكون I come from Colombia. Okay, now let's move to question number 2. Write the questions and answer them. Use the prompts. Here we have two words. We have the subject الفاعل and the name of the country اسم الدولة. Okay, رح نعمل أسئلة باستخدام where ورح نجاوب باسم الدولة. Number 1. We have Victor and Kenya. Where does Victor come from? Here we use does because we have Victor is a singular. إذن رح يكون الجواب he because Victor is a boy. He comes. We add s here from Kenya. Okay. Number 2. Jennifer come. عنا South Korea. عنا where does Jennifer come from? She comes from South Korea. Number 3. عنا Area and Sam. عنا Malaysia. Where do Area and Sam come from? They come from Malaysia. The last one, we have Ken and Japan. Where does Ken come from? She comes from, sorry, here we have S. She comes from Japan. Okay? لها بنكون خلصنا درسنا يا تاني. Please, if you have any question, do not hesitate to contact me, and I want a nice handwriting when you answer the questions. Okay? Thank you.